Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
Welcome to the Nightcap. It's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and tonight we're talking about your ex-lover. That's right. Do you have a case of the ex where you keep going back to the person you got rid of maybe last week, a couple months ago, maybe last year? What's up with that? Well, we went out on the streets to ask people if they ever go back to their ex or if they're gone for good. It's the season of love. Have you ever gone back to an ex?
I have.
Was it a mistake or was it the right move?
Definitely a mistake. Don't double back. Don't double back. It's never worth it.
I would go back to an ex.
Why?
Man.
It just depends on the situation.
Never. Don't take it back. Never.
Some things are you can get back from, so I wouldn't say never. Some things are just like it's a no, like cheating.
I'm telling you.
Would you guys go back to your ex?
No.
If you respect yourself, you are not going back to no exes. Nope. You gotta love yourself.
Okay. We don't double back.
We replace them.
We don't chase them, we replace them.
We don't chase them, we replace them.
No.
Why is that?
Do you ever bring trash back into the house?
Are you sure he's that bad?
Do you bring trash back into the house?
Okay, I got what you said. All right.
My exes make me queasy to the stomach.
Yes.
Why is that?
It's the father of my child.
Absolutely not. Because once you show your true colors, there's no reason for me to give you another chance, you know?
First of all, she was loving, caring, and she was there for me.
So we're talking about a specific ex.
Yeah, we are.
Say what you gotta say to her to the camera.
You know,
Oh, the glasses are coming off. Go ahead.
I have to really talk to you because you was there for me when I never had nothing. But at the end of the day, I always had something.
Would you ever go back to that?
No.
No.
No. It's in the past for a reason.
What goes around comes around.
I don't do boyfriends.
Oh, we don't do boyfriends. What do you do now?
Entanglements.
Oh, situationship.
Homies over hoes. Homies over
Homies over hoes. Ooh, people got opinions, but I got people, my friends here, who also have opinions. We got Brandy Specs, Scott Shunk, and Latrice Freeman. So how do you guys feel about your exes?
A lot of us have the same explanation. They're ex for a reason.
Yes, I agree.
Keep them in the past. Once I'm done, I'm done. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not going
backwards. No second chances.
For the most part, no.
For the most part,
Okay,
no.
we're gonna have to dive into that, Scott.
No, I totally disagree. I believe there's a revolving circle, and it's like, you know, a breakup always involves going two back.
Two back.
A current, two girlfriends back from.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Never thought about that.
One back is too close.
Okay.
But two back.
Two back is.
That may, they may have had some time to mature and grow in between that other person. Okay, I like that.
But I like to cultivate those relationships, and then at some point, if it makes sense, it's.
Tend to the relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you be friends with an ex?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm friends with.
How do you guys feel so strongly about that? Most people are like, absolutely not. You said one and done. Like.
Yeah, I'm not being back in a relationship with them, but I mean, I'd say cordial. I wouldn't necessarily say just friends, buddies, hanging out, doing anything like that, but cordial, I'm fine with that. Like, hey, if I see you in passing, and then keep it moving.
Okay, so that's not a friend. That's a,
I'll say more like cordial.
See you later. Yeah, cordial. Latrice, you made it sound like friends.
Yeah, I have an ex. We're really good friends. We dated. You know, it didn't work out. We wanted different things, but we still had a lot in common. And when we hung out, we have fun. So it was like, you could talk to me about whatever. We don't care. So like, I know his now wife. You know, we're all good friends. Me and him were never intimate though. So I think that kind of
that
is the
definitely
difference.
plays a role.
You know, I think that's
like, it don't matter.
That's a little different.
I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You didn't cross the line.
I got no boundaries in my life.
Okay.
So yeah, no.
I mean, do you keep it like a friendship where you text like once a month kind of thing? Are you guys actually hanging out?
I will definitely. I mean, it varies. You know, and there's a lot of material in that backstory. So it's like it definitely varies to whom that thing was with. But I think speaking to the point of like just walking away. I mean, there's a reason I was attracted to this person, that we spent time together, and just because we stopped banging each other doesn't mean that, you know, and that's not going to work out, that we can't keep a real friendship together.
Right. Okay. See, I'm one of those who really wants to maintain friendships with my exes because nobody knows me as well or as intimately as they do, right? Like nobody gets that version of me except for them. So there's a companionship that I feel like can't ever be erased. But if my partner expresses like, hey, I'm not cool with this, I respect my partner.
Yeah.
Above anything.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So I think you're capable of being friends. But if Scott's just keeping a Rolodex, I feel that's a little different.
Yeah.
Because are you maintaining the friendship because you're like, maybe girl number 2?
Did I say Rolodex?
No, you didn't say
because
Rolodex.
I was going to, because that's always the term I use, but I thought it was way too dated a term for the show.
Yeah.
That's exactly
We all know what a Rolodex is.
Yeah. Grown folks know what a
But
Rolodex
that's
is.
exactly what an ex said to me when I called her once. She said, "Did you just break up with someone and you're going back in the Rolodex now?" Aren't you?" And I'm like,
So I got a question. How many times do you go back to an ex since you believe in like
Hold
this
that
revolving
answer. Hold that
circle?
answer because I'm gonna shake something up for y'all. It's dry January, so we're actually making a CBD drink. Don't worry, be hempy. Stick around.
I like that.
You're watching the Nightcap. Stay right there.
Welcome back to the Nightcap. I'm behind the bar now because it's time for what, guys?
Bad glass up.
Ew, 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 ew. They got all the energy. I'm gonna calm them down with a little bit of CBD because it's dry January and we're practicing, but it's now me. It's now me behind the bar. And I'm making a don't worry, be hempy, so I'm trying to live that motto. So let's see if I can actually make this and make it delicious. So we've got our sweet and sour, we've got our pineapple juice, and we've got a CBD seltzer. This is actually from Eighth Wonder, a Houston-based brewery. So hopefully it's good. In my shaker, I'm gonna put some of that pineapple juice. I need this. I was about to throw the seltzer in there. You do not want to put seltzer water in a shaker, okay? Because you know what happens? It explodes. It goes everywhere. We're gonna shake this up so it gets nice and cold. Freezing on the hand as it is currently. Gonna take this off. Pour it into your already glassed glass. Ooh, nice little pour. So about right there. And then you top it off with the CBD seltzer. And then, of course, you've got to garnish it, right? And so we love the aroma that a mint gives, and you learned it here on the show. You want to smack the hell out of it, you know how to do it. Dirty little mint. Let's see if it tastes good. I might be torturing my guests. Oh, that CBD seltzer is strong. Maybe we need a little bit more pineapple juice. But it's not bad. It's not bad. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more pineapple juice, but you stick right there because the conversation continues. Like, should we be going back to our exes? What would be good about it? Anything? Nothing? Gone? Be gone? Or should we actually go back on the Rolodex? Stick around. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about the case of the ex, but I did bring my cocktail to my friends. And Brandy, Scott, and Latrice, y'all are being soldiers, aren't you? Mm-hmm. It's way too much CBD seltzer, isn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah, it needs to be a little bit sweeter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it needs to be a little sweeter, but it still tastes good.
It's still good though.
but we're relaxed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I want. Okay, Latrice. Before I went to go make this mockery of a drink, you actually had a question for Scott.
I did. I want to know, how many times do you go back to your second ex, was it? Second ex.
Well, I think it depends on what the boundaries of that going back mean.
Okay.
If it's going to be something that's simply physical, then there could be there's no holds barred on that.
Okay.
If you're going to go in and try a relationship again because there was something there and then for whatever reason it fell apart, I think you can only really dip back into the relationship, the real relationship, once, twice.
Yeah.
One time back.
One time
back. So
Okay.
twice.
Okay, so twice.
Twice
the
altogether.
first go
Yeah.
and
First
then
go
the second
and then
go.
like put some time there, let everyone mature,
But no third go. But it's interesting that you bring up the physical aspect. Would you get physical with your exes?
I have.
Absolutely.
Obviously you, Scott. We got that
look,
here.
we already know. Scott is down with the play, okay?
Rolodex.
Rolodex. Randy?
I know you're kind of quiet over here.
I know.
I have, but
but
I'm in a relationship, so I'm like
no. When you're not in a
now,
relationship, obviously.
I have before.
You have
in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to suspend reality, right?
Yeah, it's just obviously partners who are watching, they're aware that this is a conversation about exes, not like the current situation. Okay, don't worry. All right. Well, we actually have a video from TikTok of a guy explaining why maybe we shouldn't go back.
So you want to date your ex? Why? Since round 1 wasn't enough punishment, let's set you up for round 2. Note how the office has yet to be redecorated, and everything previously broken during your prior employment has yet to be fixed. Unless you and your partner are completely different people, you can expect the weather to look toxic, with a 50% chance of infuriating. But you might say, but they're my soulmate. My twin flame. He's my Romeo. Spoiler alert, Juliet dies at the end. A fate that could have been avoided had she set stronger boundaries and higher standards for herself.
What a keeper.
Okay.
I mean, points well made.
Yes.
Touche,
exactly.
But I feel like if people haven't changed, I feel like there is an opportunity for people to change and grow and mature,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
In some cases, yeah.
So me as an example, my now husband was my high school, I wouldn't say sweetheart because we didn't date for a long time. It was like 6 months, but it was like a, one of those, oh my God, the most amazing thing ever. And then we broke up and I was like, I'm done. I'm one of those like, one and done, I don't ever go back.
Oh, okay.
Well, with the exception of one. He came back 5 years later. He had a kid, so he matured because of the kid and kind of like, was romancing me again. And I was like, okay, if you're for serious, I'll consider it. And sure enough, like here I am married with my ex. But I had relationships between then and he's changed. I've changed, but I feel like people can change.
I agree. Some people.
Some people. Have you like considered it once ever and been like, it's too toxic?
I did last year. I tried going back to an ex from like when I was in high school and still love him to death, but I feel like we're kind of just in two different places in life. And I think he still sees that teenage version of me, not the grown woman version of me. And I'm like, I'm definitely not that girl anymore, like grown woman status. So I don't think that's gonna mature into anything, but we gave it a shot,
So you're down for second chances.
Yeah.
You are down for second chance. Brandy, none?
Like the physical aspect, I've doubled back that way, but relationship-wise, I just couldn't see myself being back with that person again because there was something that took me away from that relationship that I didn't want to experience again.
And you're like, change ain't gonna change things.
Yeah, for some people.
Yeah. So for Scott, for someone who does actually go back, is there a conversation that's had like, hey, like we ended because of this, let's address this kind of thing? Or do you guys just kind of flirt your way back into it?
I think it always varies. Again, I've done this a few times, so it's
how many times?
I don't know, at least a half dozen.
Wow, that's a lot of going back.
Remember, I'm not young, so there's a time to play with here. That that
we have to. You look fabulous.
Yeah. I'm gonna say because listen to me, I'm still shocked. Like
but yeah, I mean it varies. I mean sometimes it's just hey. I'm going to Brazil. You want to go with me? And it's like it's travel or start something. Like there's because again, maintaining a friendship, and then like can lead to whatever and
rekindling some sort of flame.
Exactly. So I don't know that there's a standard pattern, but yeah, I think it happens and it's happened a couple different ways.
What is your advice for someone who's thinking about going back to an ex?
I think if you're thinking about it, go for it. What's the worst that's going to happen? You find out in 3 days or 3 dates or a week that it's not going to work.
I thought you were going to say years, and I was like, 3 years.
We don't have that.
We don't have that much time. Okay, 3 days, 3 days.
It's like if you go back in and it's like it's like absolutely toxic.
Okay.
Then and it's like and all the things that led you to walk away. And now this is saying, and a lot of my relationships haven't ended in toxic.
Right.
My marriage, sure, but not my.
Gotcha. That's
not a lot of my other relationships.
Okay.
But yeah.
Do you guys think there's a difference between men and women in this regard? Do you think more men would be willing to go back to an ex than women going back to an ex?
So to speak for myself, women, like you don't want to keep add in multiple partners. So doubling back in the physical aspect is like a win for me, because you already know what it's like. You already been with that person, so you're not having to experience somebody else. And then we found out, from past relationships that some new partners are horrible.
Right.
Yes.
So if you've been with that person, you already liked how you guys were intimately, then I prefer, I think more women would go back because it's safer. You know that person.
And you keep the body count low.
You keep your body count low, and in this dating world, it's so scary. You don't know.
Where Scott's like, body count. We need them notches on the belt.
It's an infinity symbol.
Oh my God.
So it's more of a good thing
But
for guys.
I've heard that. No, I don't know that that's a good thing. But I mean, certainly heard that from women. I was like, and I went back to my high school. Like you were saying, and it keeps the number at 10 or whatever.
I mean, I had some fun. All right, well, we're gonna continue the conversation when we come back.
You're watching the Nightcap? Stay right there.
Take care.
Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about going back to the ex. I've got my friend Brandy, Scott, and Latrice here. You brought up a good point in the last block, that women like the familiarity, they like the comfort. Do you think that's why people keep going back to their exes? Those who really cycle through.
I do.
I think so. And it's more familiar.
Right.
Dating now is so scary. You don't know, somebody, what people's intentions are, and if they're trying to do certain things. It's a lot of things you hear about, even online dating. So, I think sticking with the exes for some people is more convenient too.
Convenience.
Yeah. It's definitely a convenience factor. Convenience, familiarity, I think those are the two biggest things. And keeping your body count down.
Yeah.
And keeping the body count.
And you know what it's like.
Yeah.
Is it convenient for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think love leave ghost trails, and I think that that's why there's a connection in the idea of going back.
Right.
I don't think love goes away when a relationship ends if there was real love there.
Right.
True.
So the idea that okay, we've changed, we've evolved, or maybe we just something shifted. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah. So the love, I mean, it's gone if it's toxic. Or do you think there's still a chance if it was a toxic ending? Because I feel like some people actually love the drama.
A lot of people
Some people do. They hate to admit it, but some people really do.
And that's why they stay. A lot of people do love that.
Yeah.
Or the back and forth, the breakup, get back together, the back and forth, get back together.
Yeah, I'm not doing
It's
all
fun,
that.
fun and games to them.
Yeah.
And,
your brain responds to those endorphins both ways, whether it's pain or pleasure. And if you're in that kind of weird cycle in a relationship, you're getting both of those things as opposed to being sort of steady as she goes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So makeup sex, obviously. The makeup sex is great.
Yeah.
The breakup sex is great. And it's just like this, here we go again.
Constant back and forth.
Yeah, I want the good times, but then we have the crazy, insane, super emotional bad times.
It's just all intense.
It's so intense. And people like that intensity.
They do.
I am not one of those.
I'm gonna say I'm not down. I'm not. No.
Yeah, I am not big
Not
on
at
the
all.
drama.
You guys are crazy.
Not gonna do it.
You love the drama. How many plates have you seen broken, Scott?
A number. I've seen a lot of destruction.
A lot of destruction.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah, always.
Always. Hold up. Is she here? Hold up. Got a duck. All right. So any advice for someone who is in a toxic cycle and needs to get out?
Get out. It's not worth it. Run. Love yourself and run. It's not worth it.
Scott's have fun. Or someone who's thinking about going back to the ex. What should you do before even considering it?
Weigh all your options.
Yeah. Think about if you're going back for a physical connection or if you actually want to give that relationship another try, because, that's a different conversation y'all have to have before anything starts.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is, I think, certainly from a male perspective, and I'm sure female as well, there's the conquest thing. Can I win her back? And then once I do I suddenly not care?
Right.
Is
it just the chase?
Yeah, and
the
I think a lot of people go through that stuff too.
Wow.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're like, oh, I didn't really want this.
Oh no.
And what do I do now? Now I got to crush this person.
Oh, wow.
No.
That sounds
Because
pretty accurate.
you break them
It
down,
does.
you break them down. They're finally like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh.
This was fun. I'm over it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh no. Okay. Y'all, please don't do that. Listen, if you're gonna pursue an ex, like make sure your intentions are right, and maybe consider the second chance. It worked for me, but it's not for everyone. I mean, that's what we learned, right?
Yes.
So cheers to y'all. Thanks for watching the Nightcap, and cheers to you. Thank you so much for
Cheers,
indulging
everybody.
in this
Yes.
awful drink.
Missed out on the Nightcap? Well, head on over to our YouTube page and catch up with Carolina.
You can watch full episodes anytime you want. And don't forget to share it with your friends, because we got to keep the conversation flowing.
If you're confident in yourself, who can stop you?
Ding dong, titties.
We're not looking to hurt the sisters.
Gotcha.
But we can get men pretty big.
Why do I look disgusting?
No. Also, fellas, the toy is not your enemy, it's your teammate.
Tag it in. Join us weeknights on Fox 26 at 11:30 and anytime on Fox Soul.